Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video is not going to be a regular normal step-by-step tutorial. It's going to be more of like a layer breakdown, because in a video that I posted before, I can't remember the exact video, but someone asked me to do a tutorial of these flyers, like everything. When I get mine, the guy said I should do tutorial for all the flyers. I told him that I know if it's okay. I told him that I was going to do a layer breakdown, right? So that's what I'm going to do today. So actually, you can see this one here. This one here, I've actually done a full tutorial. So by the time this video is uploaded, it means this one is already uploaded. So if you want like step by step, right, you can just click on the link at your top right. I hope I remember to add it to cart, well, just click. Hopefully there's a link at the top right, so click on it and you'll see this video step by step. But today I'm just going to be showing you how I actually just did everything step by step, right? But I won't be designing it, I'm just explaining along the way. All right, so let's start with this brand guide, whatever. There's actually nothing here, to be honest. It's just shapes and texts. That's what it is, and images. So if the artboard for this is it. So basically this is the main logo. I just added the rectangle and I put the logo on top of it, as simple as that, right? This is the palette, right? So it's basically a bunch of rectangles with the right colors and then text on top of it. So like I said, this is just text and rectangles. This description is just text. This is text, logo. This is image. There's nothing here, it's just shapes. And if you don't know how to like do shapes, you don't know how to do shapes and text in Photoshop, then this video is not for you. You need to leave this video, and at the top right you see a link to a Photoshop course I created here on YouTube. It's basically almost an hour long and it's for beginners. Basically, if you're new to Photoshop, that's what you need. So click on it and go and watch, and when you have a solid understanding, you can now come back to this video. All right, so I'm just going to move ahead to the first flyer. All right, so for this flyer, let me open up the artboard layers. So I'll hide this one at the top. All right, so I'll start with the background. So at the background is just a solid color, which is one of the colors for the palettes. Then I brought in this image. I used AI to generate this image, and in case you don't know how to use AI to generate your images, click on the link above. I have another video for that, and hopefully I will link it. If I don't link it, guys, just enter my channel, go to my videos, and you're going to see it there. It's not too, at the time this video is released, that one should be released like just before it or so you're not going to have a hard time finding it. All right, that's if I forget, because I might actually forget to add the link to the top right. But if I don't and you really want the knowledge, you can go and find it. All right, so I generated this image in, I think it was Whisk or Image Effects, I can't remember, and I just imported it here. Then I added a mask, so to blur out this bottom of the image, right? So you can see the before and after, right? So have that smooth transition. Then I added a second one in the image again, but this time around this does not have a background. Let me show you. You can see it does not have a background. How I achieved that is that this original image, I just duplicated it, then I use any of my selection tools to select it, and I didn't need a perfect selection, to be honest. I just wanted his head to be selected out because I wanted to put text behind his head. Alright, then I went ahead to actually edit the image in Camera Raw filter. Alright, so that's how I achieved that. Then I added a bit of glow to the hologram. So how I achieved that is I just used my brush tool. I created a new layer, used my brush tool, selected this background color, and I changed the blending mode to screen. So that's how I achieved that. So that's the background basically. And the call to action, there's nothing there, it's just text and shape. I just downloaded this to get this Google Play and Apple App Store. I downloaded it, I can't remember what website I downloaded it from, but I'm going to be giving you guys the PSD file, so check the description box and you can get all the assets on the PSD file. Just drag it and drop basically. Alright, so so this download tutorial and start learning is basically just a shape and text, right? So that's the call to action. And the text is just text. So there's text under his head, so that's the reason why I cut out, do you get, that's why I cut out his head so that the text can be behind his head. So how did I put it behind his head? You can simply just put it behind the image, but I didn't do that. What I did was, after writing the text, I came to his image, I pressed Ctrl and left click on the image. It created the selection, then I came to the text and masked that selection. Alright, so that's what I did. That was just extra work, so but anyhow, you can just put it behind him. Alright, so this is just I just wrote the text and changed the color. Basically, that's as simple as that. There's nothing there. And then the top is just the logo and the tagline. Then after I did all that, I pressed Ctrl Shift E to create a snapshot of all the layers. I converted it to a smart object, and then I went to camera raw filter to edit it. So that's basically it for this first flyer. For the second flyer, it's pretty simple. So I'm going to hide everything. So we'll start from the background. So I started with the same black, it's not black, it's like navy blue, dark blue. Then I added this image on top. I changed the blending mode of this image. This is what the image looks like normally. Right, what I changed the blending mode to color dodge. I reduced the fill to 80%. Then I created a new layer. I used my brush tool to paint the top to kind of like blur out the top of the flyer. Then I used my brush tool again, created a new layer, changed the color to this light blue, and then I just dabbed on this part of it and I changed the blend mode to color dodge to create this kind of glow effect. So that's the background. Then these reviews now. These reviews, what I did was, okay, you know what, let me just hide, let me show you the original one. So this is the first one I just did, right? I just created a shape, a rectangle, and created two more, put it under. This is just text, this is just a circle with letter D inside. This is stars. I downloaded this, I think, from pngwing.com, 5 stars, right? And then I wrote this text. So once I did that, I grouped them together and I pressed Ctrl T and I just basically stretched it down, right? Reduced the size and just tilted it a bit. So that's what I did for both of them. Then I added my subjects. I made sure that she was in between the two reviews. So if you look very well, see her hair is on top of this one, but then she's behind the second one. So that's how I did it. The call to action is the same thing as the first one. Then the headline is just text, and the top is the same. Then I edited it in camera raw filter. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Then this one, so the background is pretty much like the same explanation for the very first flyer I did. The same dark background, put an image. So the image now, it was cut off, right? So I kind of used what do you call this thing, content aware fill, because I don't have generative fill and the OGs know why I don't have it. So I don't have generative fill, and I use content aware fill to create this, and then I now kind of covered it up. So you could argue that I don't even need it in the first place since I'm still covering it up already. So all join. That was basically how I achieved the background, right? So then I just added text. There's nothing here, it's just text. I added call to action, I added the logo and the tagline. Then now the interesting part is not even that interesting, but it's basically the subject. So I duplicated her image and I removed the background, which is how I have her image on top of the text. And then the phone, I just added it behind, on top of a table behind the call to action. Let me hide the call to action so you see. So this phone you might be asking how I achieved it. So I did it in a completely separate PSD, right? um I is a mock-up actually. Yeah, is a mock-up. So I just found the mock-up online. I think on blast.com. So just go to on blast.com, search for phone mock-up. You see a lot of them. Download any of them, and I just created this UI first. I just, because I'm not a UI UX designer, so I just did what I could do, and then I uploaded it. I put it into the mockup, saved it as a PNG, and brought it into here. So yeah, so that's how I did it. Once everything was cooked, I edited the image. All right, so let's go to the next one. The next one now, right? So I don't think I need for me to explain the background because I've explained. I copied the background from the other one, right? This background from this one that I've explained, I copied it, I pasted it here. Simple as that. And then I brought in this is also another mockup that I created. You can also find it on blast.com. I added the call to action, added texts, and added the logo, and this is like the simplest one, to be honest. And then I edited it. It's pretty straightforward. And then this last one, should I explain it? I've already done a full tutorial. I'm not going to explain it. I've done a full tutorial on it. Check my channel, you'll see step by step if you're interested. And also I shared all the assets individually that I used to create it, including this 3D icon of the owl. Alright, so you can just check that out, or you can just click the link above. I hope that I add it, God help me. Alright, so this is basically the layer breakdown of this project and how I achieved everything. So like I said, the PSD file is in the description box, so download it and play around with it. And if you create anything from it, you can also tag me on any platform. All right, you can check the description box for my Instagram, my X, or you can reach out to me personally on WhatsApp. Everything is there. Right, so if you got anything from this video, all right, like it, let me know what you got in the comment section. If it was valuable, share this video to a designer that you think will enjoy this content, and of course subscribe to this channel. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.